Hello, friend. You're welcome to this seminar. This seminar is anchored by Kemak Foundation for Enhancing Sustainable Livelihood, and our topic is exploring postgraduate scholarship opportunities abroad. I remain your facilitator, Dr. Marco Achukwujide, and the speakers in the seminar are as stated here. NWC John Bosco Ezenwa is based in US, is a student, and Onyinyechi Joy Agoziem is based in Germany, and Christopher Chukwu, Canada. Chuka Kinsley Ebenyi is based in Russia. So they will be discussing with us their experience, on how they secured scholarship to run their program outside the country. And we consider it a huge honor to have you in this seminar. We do hope that it's going to mean significant contribution to your career growth. Do well to subscribe to this channel as we will keep you updated with the latest in our career program. Note that this is the introductory part, and that is why it's part one of this program. We are going to share with you the subsequent parts. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day. Cheers. Just note that this is being recorded. I think it's professional to let everyone know that the meeting is being recorded, right? Thank you. Now we want to kickstart officially. My name is Makwachuku Gabriel Ojide. I am a senior lecturer at Alex Ekweme Federal University, Ndofa Alike in Ebonyi State. I am also the executive director of Kemak Foundation for Enhancing Sustainable Livelihood. And we have been involved in a lot of youth mentorship program. This is one of such a mentorship program we have been doing over the years. And I'm pleased to let you know that the resource persons we have today are friends I have interacted with over the years. They've been involved with me in this journey together. Good enough, they've had this experience of applying for scholarship in different parts of the world until they got settled where they are. And I discussed with them on the needs to come and share with us in this meeting. Okay, and they obliged, showing willingness to share their experience with us. And leading that team is a very good friend, Ndobisi Ezenwa. I would like to invite him to introduce others in his team. Well, permit me to say at this point that our key interest is to expose other friends on opportunities available out there for you to secure funded master's or PhD program. Thank you very much for joining us. At this point, I would like to hand over to Ndubisi Ezenwa. In case you have any question, you can drop it at the chat point. We'll pick it and treat it in the course of the discussion. Thank you. Andy, Ndubisi, take over.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ndubisi Ezenwa John Bosco. I am an alumni of Alex Ekweme Federal University, currently studying in the United States of America. With me, I also have my colleagues as well. I have Christopher Chukwu studying at McMaster University, Canada. I also have Onyinye Joy Agoziem. She's also studying in Germany. And lastly, I have Chuka Kinsley. He's also studying at in Russia. And so basically, we'll just be sharing some of the things we've considered to be helpful tips that may help each of us, anyone who's interested in taking up study abroad or taking up exploring these opportunities we've already explored and still exploring. The tips we'll be sharing today basically will just provide, will be like a guide to help you navigate the complexities and rigors of, getting such scholarships. I don't know if I can begin now, Doc.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll share my screen. I just made some slides I wish to share.
Yeah, sorry, before
Please tell
that,
me if you
you may
okay.
let's hear from your colleagues.
Oh
Briefly,
yeah,
just brief
absolutely.
introduction. That would be fine, so that
Absolutely.
when it gets to their
Absolutely.
turn, we don't need to go through that again. Thank you.
Okay, that sounds good. So maybe Chuka or anyone can start.
Okay, great. My name is, as he has already said, my name is Chukwuka Kingsley Ebenyi, and I graduated from same school, Alex Ekweme, in the year 2019, and currently, I won't say I just rounded off my program here in Novosibirsk State University, Russia, where I studied geophysics. So I think that's all for now. Thank
Congratulations,
you.
by the way.
Thank you, sir.
Christopher, you want to go for it?
My name is Christopher Chukwu, and I'm an alumni of FNI. As the Bosco mentioned, I studied economics from the economic department at FNI, and I'm completing my master's in economics at McMaster University. I'm happy to share a lot of these points I have when it comes to getting scholarship funding for graduate study, because a lot of Africans generally, not even Nigerians, don't know of this, and then we end up pursuing other things that are really complex and not easy to get. So I'm really happy to be here.
Awesome. Joy, you want to go for it?
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Joy, the only lady here. And yes, as others have already mentioned, I also graduated from Alex Ekweme Federal University, Department of Economics. And currently I'm in Germany, George August University here in Germany. And I'm currently studying for a master's degree in development economics. And I am happy to be here to also share the experiences and everyone who is here. I know that by the end of this program, by the end of this webinar, you would have gotten some insights that would help you as you pursue your career, and all the best. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Doc.
Yeah, you can go ahead now. Ndobisi, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. So I prepared some slides I'd like to share with everyone, if that's okay.
Yeah, very fine.
Please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see it.
Yes, okay. I can. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please still confirm you can see my screen.
Sure, we can.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yes,
All right, great.
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. So I'll just be exploring what I'll be doing basically in the next maybe 10, 15 minutes is just talking to you about scholarship opportunities in the United States and how to get them. I'll do a lot more like an overview of who I am. I had my bachelor's degree at Alex Ekweme Federal University. I studied from 2014 to 2018. I proceeded to take up a master program in strategic corporate finance at the National Research University High School of Economics in Moscow, Russia. I studied from 2021 to 2023. Then I proceeded to the United States, Auburn University, which is where I'm currently at. I'm taking up a second master program in development practice. My research interests basically around corporate sustainability. I'm interested in how companies can integrate sustainability concerns into their business models into financial decision making. I'm interested in mergers and acquisitions and also sustainable development for a better world. So these are my areas of interest. And if you ask me any questions about this field, I believe I'll be able to answer you sufficiently. Going forward, what I hope to achieve here today is to equip you with practical insights into how to navigate the scholarship and application processes for the United States of America successfully. What I hope to achieve after this discourse is I hope you'll be able to discover strategies to meet the admission requirements. I also hope you'll be able to understand the importance of thorough research in applying for these scholarships. I hope you'll be able to know how to send cold emails and you'll be able to understand what they are. I hope you'll be able to understand how relevant the GRE exam is critical to your application. And lastly, I hope you're able to gain useful insights into how to write a compelling essay that is critical to your application. With a brief overview, I will talk about research opportunities and how to find them in the United States, opportunities rather than how to find them in the United States. We'll take about 2 case studies in that regard, practical case studies on how to find such opportunities. And I'll also expose you to what your ideal checklist should be. When I mean checklist, I mean what you should have. And I'm going to expose you to what I refer to as doing the extra. There's an extra. So I'll show you how to do the extra and what it entails, code emails and or GRE. I'll also show you how to write an award-winning essay. Just basic tips I believe will be helpful. And I'll take your questions. I also provided some useful resources to help you start off. In the United States, there are hundreds of scholarships. As a matter of fact, people used to refer to the United States as the home of funding. There's a lot of funded opportunities here in the United States of America. And these opportunities for scholarships are offered by a diverse array of resources. You have funding from the government, you have funding from state governments, educational institutions, private organizations, multiple groups. So there's money, there's funding. However, I'll talk exclusively about university-based scholarships. Funded opportunities in the United States come, especially at university level, they come in 3 thematic themes. So one is you get funded as a graduate teaching assistant. You could also get funded as a graduate research assistant. And lastly, you can get funded as an administrative assistant. You do not see them on websites saying, oh, this school is offering opportunities for graduate assistants. You won't find such adverts on the internet. Rather, compared to other very prestigious scholarships like the Commonwealth Scholarship, the Chevening Scholarship that are largely popularized, university level scholarships in the United States are not popularized. They are relatively unpopular. So, I mean, you need to look for them. You need to find them because if you type on Google, you won't find them. So it requires some extra effort looking for them. And they don't call them scholarships. They call them assistantships. That's what they call them. So now I'll explain to you what the difference is between a graduate teaching assistant, research assistant, and administrative assistant. So graduate teaching assistantship, basically you just help with, you'll be tied to a faculty member. If you studied geophysics, you'll be tied to a professor whose field is geophysics. And you would help him with things like grading assignments for students, managing their records, providing consultation to students upon request. So these are basically the things you do as a graduate teaching assistant. You're tied to a specific course and you have to provide support for that particular course. If you're a research assistant, If you're in the social sciences, mostly be tied towards maybe reviewing relevant literatures on a subject matter. You may be required to, help out with cleaning of data sets, submit public or manuscripts on academic journals. And if you're in the sciences, like pure sciences, you may be required to work maybe in a laboratory, as the case may be. And lastly, if you're an administrative assistant, you basically work with the department, maybe planning an event or like doing operational tasks as assigned, working at the student service. These are part of the things you do as an administrative assistant to help do some of the running arounds at the department. That's what you'll be paid for. And these opportunities I mentioned, or rather these channels I mentioned, are the exact ways funded opportunities are in the United States. There is no clearly defined benefits. It may vary by university. It may vary by department. So the scholarship institutions, or rather the scholarship structure in the United States, is highly decentralized. The department or an individual has the opportunity to just, make his or her own scholarship, or the department can just think of something. So that's why there's just a lot of them. There's just multiple opportunities around that. So I want us to look at a practical example, a case study of the University of California at Berkeley. I'll be looking for a scholarship using a Master of Art in Journalism. I chose this field because it's relatively okay, so I wouldn't want to trivialize any field, but like the Master of Art in Journalism is one field where that is not so popular in most recent times. Everyone wants to go for STEM related programs. I'm also going to take a case study of a STEM related program, but I just wanted to show you this with a view that, okay, look, you can find scholarships in any of the departments, anywhere at all, any field. The United States can fund you to study music. It is that very popular. It's that very widespread. So I put up some screenshots from the university. I'm showing you how to find these scholarships. This is the official portal of the University of California at Berkeley. This is the first landing page you see at the University of California at Berkeley. This is the website. And you proceed to where you have admissions. And under these admissions, you're looking for graduate admissions. The next step is basically to explore the existing programs they have. I am looking for a scholarship or a funded opportunity to study journalism. And I explore the programs. I see a long list of the programs. I click on journalism. It's MJOR, Master of Journalism. So I click on this journalism program. And it redirects me to the admission landing page. However, I need more insights into the specificities of this program. So I click on program websites. I don't know if you just follow the yellow markings. I click on program websites and it takes me directly to the page for journalism, Berkeley Journalism, Graduate School of Journalism. So I click on journalism, I click on cost and funding, which is what is most important to me. I'm looking for funded opportunities and I'm looking for the costs associated with studying in this university. So I click on cost and funding and it takes me to what I'm looking for. You see it boldly written, Berkeley Journalism is committed to helping prospective students fund their graduate education sustainably. And the key things you should note here is all applicants who apply by round one deadline will receive priority consideration for limited Berkeley Journalism scholarship. This is the only place you'll find this information. You'll not find this information on any other website. It is directly tied to the university, directly tied to the program. So you see it, they tell you they have a scholarship, although it is limited, note the keyword limited, that's where the competitiveness comes in. So it is limited, but it is available. And they give you some criteria. We consider merit within the context of academic opportunities, and more prior journalism experience. So they are looking at your proficiencies in terms from an academic perspective and practical experiences in journalism, commitments to the field by maybe way of taking certifications, professional, going for conferences and the things like that. And they also look at direct transferable skills of all your experiences you've gathered. Are you a good broadcaster? Can you talk? Things like that. Mission alignment, overall journalistic skills, reference letters, and more. So these are the basic requirements they need to be able to fund you to study. Do you understand? And they note the key thing. They said round one deadline, receive priority consideration. So round one deadline, receive priority consideration. So they are big on early bird. You need to be an early bird to be able to catch up with this opportunity. And most times, the United States, the deadlines for admission is in two phases. So you can have the priority deadline being in December, and some universities can have priority deadline being January 15th. So it is that way all through. I want to also show you another case study of Master of Science in Mathematics at the University of Maine. This is the website of the University of Maine. This is the official landing page of the University of Maine. And I go next to graduates. I'm looking for graduate opportunities. So I just click on admissions and I click on graduate. Now, what I see when I click on graduate, I see two things. I see the option to proceed further to look for graduate programs. And I also see apply for financial aid, cost scholarships. This is what I am looking for generally. But if I click on this path, what I'm looking for now is the university-wide scholarships. Scholarships that captures the entire university. That's what you find there. You could find some very helpful resources on this, but when you click on graduates and try to navigate directly to the program page, so I see explore degrees. You see, most universities have very similar structure here in the US. So exploring degrees, it takes you directly to your program option. So I'm looking for a Master of Arts, Master of Science in Mathematics. So I click on this. I told you previously that they have a January 15 deadline. So this is a case of January 15 deadline. I click on Master of Science in Mathematics, program website. It gives me a URL to explore the program website. I do that. I click on that. And I see what I'm looking for already. The moment I click on this, financial support, that's what I'm looking for. And they tell you again here, a limited number of graduate assistantships. They did not say scholarships now. A limited number of graduate assistantships are available. These provide full tuition waiver and living stipend. So that's all they are telling you already. If you apply to this program, you will get it. We have it available, although it's in limited quantity, but we do have it available. If you submit a stellar application, you'll be considered for it. That's what they're trying to say. So this is just like a practical exposure on how you can identify these scholarships. There's a lot of information on the university's website, so you should be able to know what to look for and how to look for it. And that's why I pulled up some of those practical guides. You want to apply for scholarships and assistantship opportunities here in the US, you need to have a checklist. One of the things you need to have is your passport biodata page of your travel document, your travel passport. There was an application I submitted sometime, I think this was in 2019. I submitted an application and I submitted as when they were requesting for NIN, what they were requesting for an identity document. What I submitted was my NIN. That was the dumbest thing I have ever done. So I submitted my NIN and my application was bounced.
Yeah, thank you, ND, for that. That's what lack of knowledge can cause. Your own application will not be bounced because I'm sure we are not going to repeat the same mistake. Thank you. This is where we're going to stop here, but we'll continue in part 2 with the same speaker. Cheers. Take care.